going on, guys? It's n.aazir, and today I'm going to be coming at you guys with an album review. Now, the album I'll be reviewing today is Drake's Dark Lane demo tapes. This album dropped on today, May 1st, and I just wanted to give you guys my honest opinions on it, and I want to go over playability, flow, my top 5 songs, favorite verses, and things like that. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Now, the first thing I will be talking about today is flow rating. Now, what I mean by flow rating is how the songs flow into each other as you listen throughout the entire album. And for me, I honestly had to give this a 9.5 out of 10. Now, my reason for that is because in all of Drake's songs on this album, there is a little bit of space towards the end, so you don't feel like it's just someone like rapping over a verse or a beat or something like that and then it just cuts into the next song. So I find that very, very pleasing and it allows me to get prepared for what's coming up next. So for that reason, I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. Now, the next part is playability. And what I mean by playability is your ability to play the album top to bottom, bottom to top, left to right, whatever. And for me, honestly, I gave it a 8 out of 10. Now, the reason for that is, although the album did flow very, very nice for me, I honestly feel like it would be better if you shuffled it up a bit just to get a little bit of similar vibes at one part and then like a different vibe at the other part. Now, one of the biggest things I have to note off this entire album is, in my honest opinion, if Drake dropped all these songs as just singles as he's been doing throughout this entire year so far in 2020, all these songs could stand on their own. Now, when I say that, I mean that all these songs on the album are strong enough to where if you drop them one by one throughout the entire year or throughout like the next year, year and a half, all these songs could stand on their own and they'd be really, really decent hits. They're all pretty relevant with things like New York drill music and things like TikTok and stuff like that. So they still have that relevancy as well as Drake giving the fans what they want as far as music goes. Now, I did also think, in my opinion, though this is an album, basically like a demo tape, I would compare this, in my honest opinion, to Care Package, how he dropped it collectively as an album. In my opinion, it's like what the people want, but you couldn't really fit it on some of the albums and stuff like that that Drake usually does. So for him to put it all together and call it a tape was a really, really smart idea in my opinion, and I still really, really like it in that idea. Now, in my honest opinion, I'd have to give the album an 8.5 out of 10. I do really like the album, but honestly, I know it's something that Drake was probably just messing around and put together. Now, he did include some of the songs that were already released so far throughout the year, so though I do like the songs, I still tacked off a few points for that, just because I think if he would have dropped the tape as like a full-fledged tape with all new songs that people haven't really heard, I think it would have been a lot better. Now, just a little bonus, I did want to go over my top 5 songs on the album, and my top 5 are Landed, Down for Life, Pain, Losses, and Deep Pockets. Now, I put Landed at the top just because I like how the way Drake flows on the album. Now, I know a lot of people are probably going to go crazy when I say it's not like Deep Pockets or like From Florida with Love, but like, I feel like that's the one that's kind of like for everybody, in my honest opinion, or at least it's going to be. So I feel like if you actually listen to the album and you actually listen to the flow of it, my personal opinion, Landed is like one of the best songs on the album. So nice honorable mentions though are Desires, Chicago Freestyle, Demons, and I want to say like maybe From Florida with Love, but in my honest opinion, that's just my top 5. And honestly, one of my favorite verses from the album is In My Mind, like Tesla. I just thought that one was kind of cool. Another one of my favorites as well is I Be In and Out Arenas, like Scottie Pippen. Now, I thought that verse was just kind of funny, just kind of with things going on, like The Last Dance and stuff like that. I thought that verse was cool, so I wrote it down just to let you guys know. Like, that was a verse that I actually appreciate. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not really going to film a lot of these so often, so when I do, and then when I don't, I don't. But I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.